Alright, so we're gonna call this a take two, essentially. Yeah, because, well, this has been an interesting little evening, let me tell you, everybody. Well, if you wonder why my audio might sound a little bit different than normal, it's because of several reasons. The most recent reason, yes, I mean most recent, is I might sound a little bit frustrated because I actually spent, about, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes or so doing some voiceover for this video, only to find out that, in fact, the audio I had been recording had not been recording properly, because apparently somehow the microphone's volume got turned down so low that it was not actually registering. So I have all that sorted out now, I hope. But yeah, it's and that's been interesting to say the least. And going back a little bit, as for the actual reason why I'm doing this voiceover now is, well, the main bulk of the video that's playing right now. Now, I don't know if I'm going to end up splitting it up into 2, maybe more videos, or what, but it reached a point, and I don't know if it was just because I was tired or what, but basically everything I said became a strange string of swearing and guttural growls of just pure torment and pure hatred for this game. It might not be so much at the beginning, or at least not necessarily this stage, but it's coming. Oh, believe me, it's coming. But yeah, I'm kind of at a loss now of really what to talk about, because I was actually enjoying doing the commentary last time, but as you all know, well, as I just said, it kind of went belly up because the microphone wasn't picking up. But yeah, I guess one thing I can say is that when it comes to the levels in this game, all of them are hard. Don't get me wrong. All of them are certainly hard in their own way. Some, however, are sort of a fair kind of hard. I feel like this level, for the most part, there are some questionable portions that we'll be getting to later. But this level, at least, a lot of what can go wrong actually does feel like it's your fault, or it feels like it's my fault. Like whenever I screw up and die. Like coming up right here, I try to take out the little reindeer, knowing that I can only shoot left or right, and it's not going far enough away that I can actually attempt to get a hit in on it. So, you know, that death was on me. And and yeah, the death blocks. I'm sure I could probably come up with another good rant about those things. Yes, one thing that I mentioned last time that I wanted to comment on is I do appreciate the fact about this game that environmental hazards, such as these flamethrowers, not only hurt you, but they can also hurt the other enemies. I don't think that necessarily all of the environmental hazards have that effect. Like, if an enemy were to get hit by those little snowballs, I don't think it would actually hurt them. but the flamethrowers do, and that's something I appreciate. It makes the game feel just a little bit more fair, if that makes sense. Now, also earlier you saw that although the nerd, is unable to shoot through the wall, a reindeer is clearly able to poop through it. And whereas the traps being able to hurt enemies is a good thing, I personally can't stand it when that happens. I think it should go by Mega Man rules, which is basically, unless a weapon is designed to not go through any objects, like the Crush Missile in Mega Man, I think that's what it's called. You know, that's a weapon that it sticks to walls. That's one of the things it does. But then Mega Man's regular shots go through walls, as do a lot of enemy shots as well. I don't know, I just feel like it would have made more sense for them to allow you to shoot through walls, or at least make the game just the slightest bit more tolerable in that regard. Yeah, I actually don't know why I went back to kill the snowman right there. Maybe it was just for the hell of it. Because, as you'll see coming up, I don't actually go down that way. But yeah, the death blocks, Now, I'm sure that I'll probably rant and ramble on about this more as we get to some of those later levels. However, the death blocks as a hazard, like in this case, where it's a timed thing where you're able to, you know, navigate your way through. It's like the timing is entirely on you, or in this case, on me. It's like, those are the kind of, in those cases, I can deal with the death blocks. However, as you will most definitely see in some of the other levels, and I think, again, it's been a long time since I've played this game. It's been a month since I actually originally recorded this footage. Death approaches. But yeah, whenever you have just entire sections of death blocks, it just becomes purely infuriating, because it goes past just being a matter of trying to take your time and work your way through. It becomes a matter of luck, or being pixel perfect with your jumps. And I know that there are a lot of gamers that are amazing at that kind of thing. They are able to get the pixel perfect jumps. They're able to just identify where all these points are in a level, where they can do these special jumps that will make them like clip through certain graphical glitches and crap like that. But I'm not one of those people. And well, I get that was something else that was on me, as annoying as it was. But yeah, I can't stand when it's not even a fun kind of difficulty. It's just an annoying, hard, not fun. What is it called? It's artificially hard. It's like where the game you're playing, it's like the challenge you're experiencing isn't because of environmental factors, like, you know, me running into the reindeer here, me not shooting fast enough, those stupid falling presents filled with poop. Like, those are things that, while being spammed, clearly, are, well, I have no idea how I actually missed that. But it's it's one thing to be going up against a lot of enemies and failing, and it's a different thing to be going through a tunnel that is, well, I say tunnel, but basically through an area that is 1 block wide, and you have to have perfect control of your jump with a character who, admittedly, here the ice is making the nerd jump around a bit more than normal. Or I'm not jump around, but slide around a bit more than normal. But the control is slippery. And I just... Well, I'll hold my true rage until we actually get to those points. And a bit of a spoiler alert here, but I don't actually beat these guys first time through. That's one of the difficult parts about going up against them, or going into the level with, I think it was only 7 lives left. Might have been a few more than that. But after this, I do revisit the level, and I give it another shot, starting over with the full, I think it's 30 lives? I think that's right. But yeah, so once this segment ends, I will cut the audio, or rather, I will cut the video, I will zoom us ahead, and then I will bring us right back to the boss fight, where I actually don't, again, it's been a while, so I don't remember how many more attempts it actually does take me to fight these guys, or things, or whatever. But yeah, I do manage to beat them. Just not there, because I'm dead. My friends are dead. My family's dead. My pets are being skinned alive. My mom is a woman of the night. But yes, so I'm going to be returning back into Blizzard of Balls, and I will see you all after the cut. You know, not gonna lie, I was legitimately impressed with myself after that. So that's why I actually left that last little segment in, because I did it in one go. That section I did in one go. This, not so much. Oh yeah, and I managed to get here somehow with, well, I'm sure I probably lost more lives than that, but only 2 lives down from the 30 you start with. So, not too bad, at least in my opinion. Again, I don't remember how many tries it took to finally take these jerks down. Probably more than I remember. Oh, could I do it? Could I do it? Could there be a Christmas miracle? Could there be a Christmas miracle? Oh, no. Nope, nope. That was awful close, though, and that's one thing that I definitely find happens with the bosses of this game. Some more than others for sure, but it's like you'll come down to points where you're just on a sliver of health left. Or it's like you get them down to just a sliver of health. And that's when they become invincible, and you can no longer do anything to them. And you know, now that I look at it, those spikes that Santa got impaled on, why do those not hurt me? It's something, for some reason, I thought that those were his ribs or something like that. Basically just some broken bones sticking out of his horrifyingly destroyed body. And that was just a stupid death. But yeah, that's actually like, oh my god, how did I do that? Why do those spikes not hurt me? Because they're sticking out of Santa Claus' body. They're not just... I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But basically, yeah, I'm confused as to why those spikes cause me no damage. Oh my god, am I possibly... Did I do it here? Did I do it here? Oh, I did it! There we go! There we go! I actually did finally manage to beat those jerks! Uh-oh. Oh no. I see ahead on the video right now, and I know what's coming up. And it's not something that makes baby happy. Yep, go to Boo Haunted House. After a little bit of trying to decide. Yep, the gimmick with this level is, you have limited field of vision. Which especially becomes prevalent in later sections. And you'll see why. Now, again, this is one of those things where, if not for the death blocks, which even here the death blocks aren't a major issue. She also scared me. Here we go. Yeah. The tour is only just beginning. And you know, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I ever actually made it to the boss of this level. At least not to my recollection. I could be wrong. Could be dead wrong. That's one of those jumps. And because it can be so friggin' hard to know... Oh, excuse me. It's like friggin' 1:30 in the morning, so... yeah, there's no way I'm gonna get through this entire thing. So I'll probably cut it off at some point. But, yeah, it's... there you go. It's just... I don't know. There are so many things about the way this level is designed. And I can't remember. I beat the Castlevania-esque level, right? I'm pretty sure I did. But yeah, this level, when it reaches a certain point, just reaches new lengths of ridiculousness. Oh, the moving platforms. This... It's actually... There are areas that aren't as bad as you would think. But it's still pretty bad. And luckily, it does always follow a simple pattern. It's not like the blocks from Super Mario, which I'm pretty sure actually do come into play eventually in this video. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, I know I clearly waited too long on there, but I feel like as long as the block is still technically there until it disappears completely, it should still count as a block you're standing on. But then again, I'm just a whiny little game player, and what do I know? So yeah, that was... Like, that didn't take too many tries, you know? It was decent enough, but then we start getting in... Yeah, that was dumb. We start getting into some areas that are just truly maddening, in my opinion. And I don't know if it's here or maybe later where I realize, hey, you know what? Maybe I should take advantage of the fact that the glitch gremlin can be used to freeze these things. But of course I don't. At least not yet. Oh, goodness. I am quite tired. Okay. I'm actually really intrigued to see, because I actually forget how far I get on this at various points of the level. You got some of the falling blocks there. Yep, and I fell short of the freaking checkpoint, and that's just one of the most... Yeah, that was definitely a point where I was just seething with rage. And it was entirely my fault at that point. I was being way too overly cautious and not taking the jumps when I should have. Well, okay, in that case, well, I blamed myself for the last one, so I'm going to blame that one on the game. That sounds like a fair trade. But yeah, it's like whenever you see the death blocks and a jump being involved, there's just, at least for me, there's something about it that just instantly grips you with fear. It's just like, oh god, I can't jump too high or I'm gonna die. Oh, this area. I'm pretty sure we have a few deaths coming up right now. Oh my god, yeah. And you know, I know that the gimmick is, it's the haunted house, you can only see so far ahead of you. But still, like, once you see some blocks, I have no idea how I got that the first time. Although I clearly didn't know that those blocks were going to be falling beneath me at that point. But yeah, that one jump, no idea how I did it the first time. I think it actually does start getting to me eventually as I get more and more frustrated. Like there, letting myself get hit by the little ghosty and then running straight into the death blocks. Wow, the frustration was setting in early. And keep in mind, this is like 22 minutes in to an hour and 20-minute long recording session. There may have been points where I stopped just to breathe and not put my fist through my computer monitor. But yeah, it's just, there are so many. Oh, and I did it the second time too. I guess maybe it was just kind of second knowledge for me, or I don't know what the word I'm trying to think of is, but I did thankfully get to the checkpoint. I completely lost my train of thought. But yeah, it's time for yawning, clearly. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember seeing this area a lot. Oh, and seeing these guys a lot too, yeah. Yeah, this... Depending on what happens... I don't know, I may cut it into approximately 30-minute long segments, and then the last one will be about 22 minutes. I don't know. It'll depend on how much actually needs to get cut in the end. Which I guess that'll also depend on my commentary, whether I think it's, worthy or not. Definitely more worthy than the screaming guttural noises that I was making while playing this game. Those little bats, I tell you what, I don't know what it is, but there's something about the way they're programmed that is just... They're not hard to kill, but they approach at just the perfect angle to screw you over if you're not paying attention. That right there, that set of blocks right there is going to be responsible for, I want to say, at least 4 more deaths. I could be wrong, could be remembering incorrectly. But dear God, yeah. I'm willing to bet that it will be the death of this one as well. Being so overly cautious. Yep, yeah, that was another one. That was another one. You know, it feels like the game over screens, what the nerd says, is randomly generated, but I feel like what's said is held to a very limited library, because it feels like I see the same thing being said over and over again. I've rarely actually paid attention to one as actually, hey, I did it that time. Hooray for me. Maybe I was wrong. Oh, nope, it's still going to be responsible for my death a few more times because I screwed up there. Oh. Eventually, I think I get the hang of taking out those 2 jack-o'-lanterns. Maybe not, though. Maybe I actually do make progress before that occurs. I sincerely apologize to anyone listening to this and yawning because of my yawns. I know how annoying that can be, but just to warn you, I will probably continue to yawn throughout the rest of this video at least, which will get cut off, I don't know, in the next 4 minutes or so. We'll see. Oh, pop goes the weasel. Or I don't know, I may have it last a little bit longer. I may have it go until the next game over screen. Yeah, let's aim for that. And then the next video will be whatever remains of the entire video, including, well, you know, including whatever I decide to cut out. Oh, yep, I did it again. I'm pretty sure I've seen the earwax portion of a phrase pop up. Oh god, how many times is that now? Like, in this video alone, I'm pretty sure it's been going on 5 times, if not more. Again, it's like, it's not that I don't like them, it's like, you know, it's part of the angry video game nerds humor. But it reaches a point where that was one of those examples where the bats approach at the perfect angle to just screw you over. But yeah, it's like, once you've seen it a few times, it's just kind of one of those deals where it's like, okay, I get it. Just let me skip past this. Oh my god. I can't remember if... I feel like the next game over might actually be coming up sooner than I expect. But it's either here or maybe a little bit later where I just get completely fed up and just end it. Like, I just end the run so I can get back to full lives and have a better chance at accomplishing my goal. Oh, wait. Do I actually make it to the checkpoint this time? Holy crap, I actually did make it to the checkpoint that time. I completely forgot about those blocks being right there just to destroy you and ruin your day. Do I? Yeah, I do. Okay, cool. Okay, maybe it doesn't... Oh, well, here we go. Here are the classic Mega Man blocks. Getting the timing for the ghosts down can be really frustrating. And getting the timing for the disappearing blocks can be annoying too. I think, well, either this ghost kills me or I actually get the timing down right that time. Yeah, I did. Good for me. The question is, do I actually make it to the next checkpoint? Oh, apparently I do. Cool. The downside, however, of reaching that checkpoint... Wait a minute. I feel like I remember reacting to that when I played through originally, I don't think I actually hit the... Oh, it was probably the ghost. I was gonna say, I don't think I actually hit the death block, but I only had one hit left, and the ghost... Oh, that was close. Part of the ghost likely touched the sprite enough to take it out. Oh man, I am legitimately tense checking this out right now in hopes that I'm able to get a little bit farther. I mean, with so few lives, I know for a fact I don't come close to actually beating this level. But just the anticipation of trying to find out what's next. This might actually be the last section that I actually get to. Something about that feels really familiar. Supremely familiar. Yeah. Okay, so 2 lives left here. And unfortunately, I don't think I make it past this moving block section. I could be wrong. Again, it's been over a month since I recorded this. But I want to say I'm 90% sure I unfortunately do not survive this section. For a number of reasons, including but not limited to death blocks. Oh goodness. I don't know. I feel like one of the big selling points of this game is playing a game that is just so infuriating and hard you can't help but empathize with the nerd a bit for all the... well, there we go. All the horrid games he plays. So, yeah, I'm going to end it there, and I think we're going to... yeah, beat it and eat it. Lovely. Alright, so, yeah, I'll cut it off here, and I'll see you all next time for the next video, which will be a continuation of my painful experience in this game. Until next time, everyone, I'm Papa Ken, and I'll see you on the next video.